So yeah, sometimes no communication is better than bad communication. You don't get to write, and who knows what else, without people getting hyped, you know, without enticing people's imaginations. I am still hyped for the upcoming update. You know, not hyped in the sense that I'm expecting more than what will be delivered, but hyped in the sense that I'm excited. You know, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be good, you know, it's gonna be better than what we usually get during summers. For the last, I think, what, 3 or 4 years, summer updates have been only cosmetics, you know, only hats. And that's kinda lame, you know, I'm not gonna lie. So anything else we get from an update, even if, you know, it's kinda like what we get during Screen Fortress, which I think is what was reasonable to expect from the start, you know. I was hopeful to get more stuff, kinda like contracts, you know, I think those would be nice and would not be a lot of work to implement. You know, like we get new contracts during Screen Fortress, for example, on new maps. Maybe we could get something like that on this next update. And weapon rebalances is another thing I was hopeful for, and somewhat still am. But I never thought it was gonna be a Jungle Inferno sized update or something like that, you know? Or even the Fabled heavy update. So the change in the blog post didn't really disappoint me, in the sense that that's what I was expecting, you know, in terms of content. But I think what was a bad move was for them to change that blog post, you know, to kind of like retcon it, to sneakily edit without actually acknowledging what they were doing. Because if they said, hey, we are gonna edit the blog post, we didn't mean to say what we said, you know, if they clearly stated that, or even better, if they made a new blog post addressing the hype, I think they would not be facing the backlash that Valve has been facing from part of the community in the last days, you know. Basically, it was a bad move to edit the blog post. They should have let us know, you know, more clearly, more transparently, more honestly, really, about what they actually mean. And the current wording, it's this way. The current wording of the blog post should have been there from the start, I think. You know, Valve had to know that by saying, who knows what else, they would trigger a strong reaction in the community. You don't get to write, and who knows what else, without people getting hyped, you know, without enticing people's imaginations. So I think that was very unfortunate. And I don't really blame anyone for thinking that there was gonna be a major update coming. But regardless of that, I still think the update is gonna be a good thing. I think we're gonna get some. Got your medic there, Mr. Pyro. Got your medic. So yeah, I still think this next update is gonna be good. I think we should be happy about it. You know, it's good news. But I was disappointed on Valve for being so sneaky. You know, I think it was not a good thing to be sneaky like they tried to be. You know, it's better to be open and transparent. Just goes to show that sometimes no communication is better than bad communication, you know. If there was not a blog post like that, if they didn't announce anything, and come June or July, the update just hit, and it's more than what we are expecting, everyone would have been happy. No one would have been angry about this whole situation. So yeah, sometimes no communication is better than bad communication. But I think we all can agree that we just wish Valve was more competent at managing the community. You know, they're very bad at managing their communities, and have always been. You know, that's a historical fact, really. So yeah, fellas, you know, in short, I think the takeaway from the last few days is that, you know, people shouldn't trust what they read on the on the TF2 blog. I don't think it is safe to trust the TF2 blog anymore, you know, especially now that Valve essentially discredited it, you know, kind of like what they did is sort of a message to us that they reserve themselves the right to undo any sort of announcement that they did on the blog, you know, to change things up and that sort of stuff. So that's a shame, I think, because even if they come like on the blog saying a couple days from now, we are gonna make the heavy update, I don't think I would believe it anymore. Because I think part of what got people so excited this time is that after so much time we got an official communication on the blog. And I don't think it is reliable anymore to use the blog as a source of information, you know. Especially for content creators, because kind of like what Valve did is throw content creators under the bus, you know, this time. Even Tyler McVicker was saying there was a major update coming for the game, and I feel like he also got burned by that change, you know. So that's my takeaway from the last couple of days. Oh no, I am it. I have to melee an enemy. Come on, let's try to do this. Ah no, it's too late. Okay, I was dead. It was too late. I would not escape that. By the way, this is my favorite Halloween boss. I really like the horseless, headless horseman. I think he doesn't really disrupt the match. You know, it's fun. It's not like we have to wait for him to do his thing. You know, we can keep playing while he does his thing. So I really like this Halloween boss. It's the best one in my opinion.